get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we have a good one for you between our visitors and our home team. On the Black Knights side of the field, get a look at their head coach. She got that historic first win of her career just last week. Facing off with him here, the head coach of the Condors. His guys also able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. I'm Kate Scott here with Brock Heward. Everybody just about set. And we're off in Austin. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's brought down just inside the 25. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by their fourth-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Trying the right side. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Let's go.
I'll throw it. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's tackled for no gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
19, Tiger, 19.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Black Knights are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Well, we all know everybody wants to avoid an opening drive 3-and-out, partner, but given how that one just went, an opening drive punt probably doesn't seem too bad right now.
Oh, I think everybody on that sideline would co-sign, especially the quarterback. And you also now give life to this defense and their offense that runs on the field.
So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn. It takes something away from each and every one of these moments.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
52 boots.
Back-to-back carries here. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Ready.
3rd and long for him here. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be.
3 on the board, and now he'll send this one away. Returning it from the 4. and he's going to take this return out of bounds. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's wiped from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? And when you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense helped with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Come on, set. Hawk 70.
Up the middle, here goes Patterson. And they drop him after just a yard, second down. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Let's go now.
Once again, Patterson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Got it. Ready?
3rd and 7.
Ready?
Throw here, 3rd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Boston first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Let's go.
1st and 10. He keeps it on the option. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. And that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10.
Down. Black 40.
Throwing now off the play action. Snags it near the edge. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on 1st down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line, 2nd down.
Set, hut. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled by Keon White there.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Condors are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, there he was. A step away from making the post-game highlights you see on the news from going viral. Couldn't quite get there. Now they need to punch this one in to convert the interception into points.
It sure wasn't for lack of effort, though, and nobody in this stadium wanted to touch the pay dirt more than that returner. He did all he could do.
He did.
Sometimes you're just an agonizing step or two away from that kind of glory.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
That's what I call a go-for-broke call right there. Had that one saved up for a specific spot, and it fell just short of getting him the touchdown.
70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
Working now from the gun. Intercepted in the end zone. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. The 50. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. And he's in. He makes the pick, and he houses it for the touchdown. I don't know about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's, well, 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
That one splits the uprights. And the Black Knights break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. And trailing, coming off their biggest mistake so far, feels like one of the key moments in the football game for them right here. We've set it down from the 37. Shotgun handoff for Patterson. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it second down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Escapes the pocket. Into the hands of Jordan Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
On first down, they'll run. We call that one a gain of, let's say, 2 yards at second down. It's a 3-yard pickup on that run, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of one here. Still a one-possession game in the early stages. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Plowing up the middle. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Now a give on the counter. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. Second down coming up.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Throwing from the gun here. Fell on the catch. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
We give to Patterson out of the shotgun. They blow this play out. They're humbled and sent off the field here with a loss of yards and a turnover on downs.
These fourth down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Their offense running back out now. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set.
Ready, ready. 30, ready.
Here's the handoff. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Yellow, 43.
Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down now, ball at the 33.
First down. A gain of 5. And the Columbus
Red,
first
38.
down.
Set, cut.
They'll go play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Rolling out to his left. He's calling his own number again. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
First and 10 at
They'll
the
get 16 yards on that play, and that gives him the first. Hand off to the back. And we do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Give now to the running back. He does it. Touchdown. The Black Knights take a 13-point lead.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. No problems on the extra point there. And the Black Knights double their lead to 14.
17. Condors 3.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Returning it from the 4. And he gets crunched by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. A give right side to Patterson. Jukes away from one. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 23 on that one. And that's going to bring up first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, Well, the best of them take advantage of it.
On the double.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
Here we go. Start. Cougar 19. Ready.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Even 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Right back to Patterson now. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point.
19.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
A gain of 5 yards.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
I know we get so enamored with a one-handed catch, an amazing throw, but I am telling you, that kick from that distance is just as impressive. The leg strength, the power, he drives it low, and he finds a way to get an enormous 3 points.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. Return starts at the 3. He goes out of bounds on the return. Now this offense ready to head back out. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So 2nd and 5 on deck as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More football from Austin in just a moment. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready. 32.
They send the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Complete beyond the marker. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
On the set. Ready. Black, 95. Check.
Throwing it again here. Escapes the pocket. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Back to throw. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Ready. Yellow. 4. Ready.
Pass play now. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
Here comes the Black Knights punt team. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. They take over on offense now pretty late in this first half. And with exactly 1 minute left to go, they've got some time, but they've got to work fairly quick. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. Now this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Watkins that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. On comes the Condors punting squad. Back deep is Phillips. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Black Knights and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they'll need to be judicious in using that final timeout, Brock, but they still could put a scoring drive together before the break. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. With a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7.
Ready.
2nd and 3.
Yellow. Set.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And it's picked up by the defense. And they're going to set up on the opposing side of midfield after that fumble and return. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 4th down punt upcoming. Here's Torrey Taylor to put his leg into it. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! And that return brings us to the end of our first 2 quarters of play. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott? And with a push of a button, we say so long to the Halftime Report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Teams are back out on the field. Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. The Black Knights back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Offense to the line. Here we go.
Come on.
Right up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 33-yard line.
quick to the left. It's caught. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
He'll air it out on third. Hits his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So out now comes the punter. Torrey Taylor will kick this away. And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Ooh, left some meat on the bone with that one. This offense ready to get going again now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it.
Ready.
Patterson trying this straight ahead. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Now hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. Less than a ruler needed here on second down.
Let's go.
This is Patterson on the give. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that is good for a first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run here on first down. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air on 3rd and long. Going deep here for the end zone. And this is going to be hit by a defender and knocked away. Incomplete as the end zone look comes up empty, Brock. They've got a 4th down decision to make. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. It's no good and had the leg, but his aim wide right. And it stays a 2-possession game at an 11-point margin.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Black Knights returning their offense and this running back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here.
Okay, ready?
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Set, ready, set.
First down, play action. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
49-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Red, 38.
Looking to throw here. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Nick Martin picks it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Decent game here, but short of the first.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Into traffic, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Up the middle, here goes Patterson. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Wow, they must really trust in this guy's range. He's out for what would be a very long field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
The Black Knights and this running back headed back out for a new series. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Second down pass play coming. That's the open man downfield. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a pickup of 26. And they're going to have a first down now.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Down. 50, green. Set.
They're going play action.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
Let's go. Ready?
Throwing now off the play action. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jeffrey Bossa. And the Condors get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that third quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the fourth. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the fourth. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, first and 10.
Ready?
Throwing off the play fake. And some excellent work to drive him all the way out past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. This one falls incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Come on, set! Viking 18! Ready,
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that will not be enough for a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 4 there. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready.
They go play action on first down. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Second down now. They need 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Cowboy 80.
Setting up to throw. He'll get this one to Watkins. He's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
That's a gain
7th
of 5.
play of the drive now as they need a yard here on third down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's going to be 4th and short. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
5 yards on the play.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play.
Ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down, Columbus.
Come on, set. Black 40. Ready.
Now a give, running right. They give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
And it's 3rd down.
Ken Black. Cut.
Throw here, 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
That's 2. Count them, 2 drives that he has put to rest now. First with the interception, and this time a critical 3rd down sack. There's just some players on the field, they sense the moment defensively, and when they get the opportunity, well, they make the most of it.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here comes their offense out again. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go play action. He's got it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Completed to his running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
19 Tiger.
And a yard at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He rolls to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Come on.
The handoff on 3rd and short. Dancing past him. Looks through and breaks away. And he runs down after a very nice game. They're going to have to hang on to that momentum, though, as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Ready, set.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play. 2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
A loss of 4 yards brings up 3rd down and 14.
Looking to throw it. Trying to push deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find it.
And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. And it's no good. He hung it too far left, so the score remains unchanged beyond that touchdown. So exactly a minute and a half left on the clock as they try to get this ball back. It looked like they got it back, and they did! Okay, they pulled it off now. Now they have one final gasp. Either get into the end zone or leave here with the L.
How many times do we see these teams at this point of desperation late in the game need to kick? and not get it. So nice to see one of them actually rewarded with all that effort. Now it comes down to the execution of this offense. Can they do what their special teams just did and go execute, score a touchdown, and find a way to win?
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Setting up to pass. He's on target, Watkins. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 70 Timberwolves.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Go.
He'll look to throw it. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Cowboy 80.
To throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know they've got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Lone back gets the handoff. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He takes it ahead for about 4 yards. It's third down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the pass is stopped before it can get to the first. Great tackle there to bring up fourth down. The defense takes its third and final timeout. Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And after they were stopped on fourth down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. The pass is caught by Bell. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for an Austin.
And that's by Creasy's time. 16 seconds to go. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go.
Here he is to throw. That one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this fourth down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
Desperation time here. Need this to force overtime. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Black Knights are winners as we say so long from Austin.